Welcome back to Conversations With, the podcast where we talk about and interview people from all over the world.
This episode, we will be having conversations with a few important people. We will be talking to Macbeth and King Malcolm. We'll go over how their lives are going after they defeated Macbeth.
After that, we will be talking with the witches who gave out prophecies to Macbeth and Banquo and what life has been like for them after. And finally, we will have a long-awaited conversation with Banquo's son, Fleance.
Fleance hasn't been seen in a good while. He was just spotted a few months ago after having dinner with a few friends.
So, we are here with Malcolm and his right-hand man, Macduff.
Hello. Greetings.
How have you two been ever since you defeated Macbeth?
Well, we've been well. We were able to find evidence against Macbeth and his wife that proved us they had killed my father. It doesn't do much good as they're dead, but I feel a lot better knowing what really happened.
I can't believe that Macbeth turned out to be such a snake, and we never thought that his kind wife would ever do anything like that.
Yes, she was always so sweet and involved with the community. Had we not figured it out, then we would have never considered her as the mastermind behind Duncan's murder.
So, Macduff,
Yes.
how have you been lately? I've heard that you've been helping Fleance adjust to being in society again. How's that going?
I believe it's going well. The poor boy is still shaken up about what's happened to his father, but I think he's been doing a little better. I guess that would be anyone's reaction if their father was killed right in front of them.
Yeah, I guess it would be. It looks like we're pressed for time, and we have other interviews to go. So I think it is time for us to say goodbye.
Thank you, Macduff and King Malcolm, for joining us today, and we hope that we will get to have more conversations with you in the future.
Thank you so much for having us, and we really had a good time in the
Yes,
show.
it's been a great time. It's always nice to bear from royalty. They have such interesting stories to tell.
It's funny that you mentioned that. The next people on this interview also have very interesting stories to tell.
Is that so? I can't wait to find out what they will tell us.
Well, you don't have to wait for too long, because they are here. The witches that gave Macbeth and Banquo their prophecies that fateful night.
Welcome, ladies. We're so glad to have you here on the show.
Thank you for having us. We're really excited to get your invitation, as we've never been on a podcast before.
Well, we're glad you're excited. We're excited to have you all here.
What have you ladies been up to ever since your last prediction for Macbeth?
We've been doing many things. We've already started our own fortune-telling business. Unfortunately, we managed to put other fake fortune-telling business out on the streets. People come from all over the world to see what we can prophesize for them.
That's amazing. Well, not amazing for the other guys, but amazing for you. If you could, can you three predict what's going to happen on our podcast? Of course we can.
Okay, we will do that towards the end. Now, what do you guys think about the way Macbeth and his wife handled the prophecies that you gave him?
I think Macbeth and his wife went about it all wrong. King Duncan was already nearing death. His people would have gladly allowed Macbeth to take the throne.
Yes, Duncan was about to give the declaration of his death, but you see that never happened. Things turned out differently for Macbeth and Lady Macbeth.
As for murdering Banquo, we didn't see that one coming. We knew that there would be some type of conflict within the relationship, but we didn't think it was going to be that extreme.
Wow. Sometimes even you three can't see things coming like that. And with that, I would like to thank you for coming.
Of course.
That's a wrap on this segment with the witches. Stay tuned for the end of the episode where they will give us some prophecies.
For the last but not least segment, we have a very special guest, someone we've all been dying to hear a statement from.
I don't think we should be using the word dying that loosely around him, though.
You're probably right. Anyways, I'd like to introduce you all to Fleance.
Fleance, it is nice to see you. I think the entire world has been on the edge of their seats, waiting for you to make an appearance.
Yes. Ever since I've left, the people have been searching for me. Like I was Sasquatch or something.
We understand that Big Macduff is helping you as a normal person in society again. Is that right?
Yes, I was very hesitant at first, but Macduff lended a helping hand. We really bonded over our hatred for Macbeth and Lady Macbeth.
I never knew hatred could be such a bonding thing. Are you planning on becoming king when Malcolm steps down or eventually dies?
I might. We've definitely talked about some, Malcolm and I.
That's amazing, Fleance. Now, everyone has been wondering, what did you feel when you found out that only Macbeth not only killed King Duncan, but also killed your father?
I was very angry at first, but then I realized that there is no use in being mad at a dead man.
That makes sense. I, among everyone else, wish you luck in your journey in re-entering society.
Thank you very much.
And with that, we are wrapping up our podcast for today. I had a really nice time having conversations with King Malcolm, Macduff, the witches, and Fleance. They all had some interesting things to tell.
That they did. I know the listeners are probably dying to hear about our prophecies that the witches told us. We hope that you all enjoyed this episode of Conversations Within.
Double, double, toil, trouble, fire, burn, and cauldron bubble.
I see it.
See what? What do you see?
I see that your podcast will take an unexpected turn.
I think it already has.